Hey, welcome to Pause on Purpose, and we're going to get right to the question today. When you're going through hard times, when you feel like the world has turned its back on you and they are letting you have it, you're being misunderstood, maybe even maligned, hopefully not persecuted to the point of physical violence. But even if it's that, the Apostle Peter reminds us today of what should be our attitude. My Bible's open to First Peter chapter 1 and verse 9. But the thing about verses, they're not part of the original, and they kind of do a disservice when we're trying to do a study like this. So I'm going to back up to verse 8. So let me give you the verses 8 and 9. Peter writes, "You love him even though you have never seen him. Though you do not see him now, you trust him, and you rejoice with a glorious, inexpressible joy." Here's verse 9. "The reward for trusting him will be the salvation of your souls." The readers of First Peter were going through some hard times. They were being persecuted tremendously and for their faith. Now, what happened was Rome was burned by Nero. And all of a sudden, the people of Rome realized that there was a suspicion that Nero set the fire. Obviously, it wasn't him, it was his henchmen. So Nero had to escape all the criticism and potential revolution. So he started spreading the rumor that the Christians actually were the ones that struck the match that burned Rome. Well, that led to the focus shifting from Nero onto the Christians. And Peter even talks about a fiery trial that they're going through earlier in the book of chapter 1. So when we're going through hard times, just like these believers, Peter encouraged them, don't focus on the persecution. Don't focus on the persecutor. Focus on the provider of our salvation. That's the key, because when we focus on what's going wrong, our faith can wane. And that can drain us, as we mentioned in previous Pause on Purposes. That can keep our attitudes of joy, hope, and peace at bay. God wants us to keep believing him, to keep trusting him. And that will impact the rest of our lives. That will impact our hope. That will impact our joy. That will impact our peace and our relationships. Beloved, when the crosshairs are on you, you put your crosshairs on the Lord and keep trusting him. Keep believing in him. Salvation is coming. It'll either be getting you out of this mess that you're currently in and restoring you to greener pastures, if you will, or God will take you home to heaven. Whatever the case, you're in good hands, always with the Lord, because you are going with God and God goes with you. You take care.